Well, Chess, you say you have 2.5 pages of notes. I better turn it over to you first. Not that I don't. I've got 2 pages, but I thought, just terrific, Payam. It's so, heartening for us to be preaching to the choir here. We had somebody on that this is the epitome of a CEO that we try to coach, that we try to, develop because they are more successful. People want to work with them. You could just see the goodness that was emanating out of Payam.
Yeah, how he embraced the spiritual side. Everyone is noble, and should be treated with respect. I don't wish ill on anyone. I don't want my competitors to fail, right? I want them to have good lives. I want our communities. And the way he translates that, he talked about those 6 virtues and so on. Uh, when was the last time you heard a company where one of their core values was love?
Yeah.
Justice, unity and intention, truthfulness. Uh, the goodness just oozed out of Payam. It was just so refreshing. And then just to jump to near the end of our conversation when he said, "Hey, look, I have good days and bad days too. I'm humble in knowing that I can, be a better person. I can continually learn. I can defer to people that have more wisdom than I have." And then, of course, his personal story of being a Baha'i, of the Baha'i faith in Iran, and the persecution he went through, didn't abandon his faith
Yeah.
and didn't lose his humanity, didn't become angry or vengeful or revengeful, right? So some of my takeaways, but what did you write down?
Some of these things were really powerful. The idea of truthfulness, which, it sounds like, yeah, it's Boy Scouts. It's so simple, but it's so important in today's culture where there's so much disinformation, so many people trying to get, ahead by whatever means to be transparent, to allow people to communicate, to be honest, which also led into his next sort of foundational principle of justice, which is so important that people see this, and it's incredibly anxiety inducing to have a lack of justice. As we were working on our motivators assessment, if you remember, that was one of the motivators that we were actually playing to see if that would be part of it, because justice is so inherent to people, and nothing will create discord more than feeling like things aren't equal here. So how are you worrying about that in your life and in your culture? It's great.
Yeah. My last big takeaway was this universal philanthropy. Can our business change the world? Well, maybe, probably not. Adopt people that are changing the world and support them. They've got the expertise, they've got the insights, they know what they're doing, whether it's, education in South America or fresh water in Africa or whatever your inclination is. What are you doing? And endorse that universal philanthropy. And then, of course, your employees feel great about coming to work. You're doing good things. You're making things happen, and just so refreshing. I am telling you, I feel a lot better about life in general after talking to
Yeah.
Payam.
Yeah, there are good people. And on that note, we are, by the way, Chester and I, our company, the Culture Works, we support One Tree Planted. We have other charities as well, but when we go out and do a speech, when we have somebody help us with something, we plant a tree somewhere in the world or several trees for that. And that's how we give back. And so, but choose something that you're passionate about. And I love that idea that they had found things for girls, for after school, for in impoverished countries that were really making a difference. Find something that matters to you. Love that idea. Have a just cause, as Payam said.
Yeah, yeah. It is so interesting the just that gratitude that he exudes for his people, for his business, for his story, for his spiritual life was wonderful. And of course, whenever we express gratitude to our wonderful producer Brent Klein and to Christy Lawrence, who helps us find all these amazing guests. If you liked our podcast, please share it with your friends and family. And we'd love you to visit thecultureworks.com for some free resources to help you and your team thrive and excel. And it is about culture. I love that he talked about it's people and it's culture first. Get that right, things go a lot better. And we've got some wonderful free tools for you at thecultureworks.com.
We certainly do. Of course, pick up a copy if you haven't already of Anxiety at Work, our best-selling book. We also have a training now that ties into this, which is just remarkable, featuring leaders from around the world helping us talk about some of these most important subjects that will help you build a more resilient team. And just, we love speaking to audiences around the world, virtually or in person, on the topics of resilience, culture, leadership, teamwork. So give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about your event.
Yeah, we do. We've spoken in over 40 countries. Listen, it's been a delight to spend some time with you, Adrian. Of course, it was an amazing experience with Payam Zamani. Again, his book, Crossing the Desert, The Power of Embracing Life's Difficult Journeys. Pick up a copy for you and for a friend. But Adrian, I always give you the last word.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. Until next time, we wish you the best of mental health.